up. Romanos took the center with the cavalry and Varangian guards. The western tagmata made up the left wing, while the right wing was comprised of the eastern units. Finally, the rear was commanded by Andronikos Doukas, the nephew of Constantine X and member of the family which despised Romanos. His presence on the campaign was an attempt to ease tensions, but also as a guarantee that his father would not start an uprising in the capital. The Seljuks deployed their units in a crescent formation, protruding at the wings, with Alparslan leading the center. Romanos, who was an experienced commander and capable fighter, slowly advanced on the enemy under constant arrow fire as they withdrew. Smaller engagements were fought, but eventually, by the end of the afternoon, the Seljuks were pushed back and the Sultan's camp was captured. Romanos quickly realized that his army was losing cohesion and was afraid that if he didn't reform the line in time, the enemy would rampage throughout his camp under the veil of darkness, so he ordered the imperial standard to be reversed, which was the command to withdraw. The fatigued, disorganized and distant wings were confused by this, and some misinterpreted it as a signal that Romanos had fallen. Gaps began to open, and the reserve Seljuk force pounced at the opportunity to go through them and surround the Roman forces, who had just marched over 10 kilometers in heavy armor and were struggling to organize a withdrawal. Seeing this, the rest of the Seljuk forces also rejoined the fight, and it wasn't long before both wings collapsed and began to flee, leaving the center surrounded. The standard was once again reversed in an attempt to rally the troops, but by then it was too late. The only hope left lay in the hands of the rearguard and the Doukas family, who could prevent total disaster, as most of the men were not captured or slain, but merely retreated. It was in that crucial moment when Andronikos announced that the emperor was dead and marched his men to Constantinople, spreading the word of the death of Romanos through the cities he passed along the way. Back in the camp, the non-combatants were utterly confused and reported